Hi there. Good afternoon. My name is Joanna Nelson, and I am the Strategic Programs Manager for the New Mexico Economic Development Department. And today you have joined us as we are going to bring on a partner and a friend and a guest of ours to highlight the program that they have going on called the Rural Energy Assistance Program, otherwise known as REAP. And that partner of ours happens to be Carlos Contreras, who manages the program. And as part of this highlight, this is a part of our rural energy, rural business development program that we have going on that's actually a recipient of a REAP grant. So we want to make sure that you all have the information that you need about this important program. And I'm going to bring Carlos on. There's Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good to see you.
Yes. Like I was mentioning, we're going to be really eager to hear more about your program that you manage. And we know an important date is coming up, March 31st, which hopefully everyone will keep that in their head and in their mind. Because if they are going to apply for this program, the deadline's coming up quickly.
Very quickly. That's correct.
Well, great. So we are broadcasting this live to Facebook and YouTube. And I want to encourage everyone, if you have comments or questions, feel free to go ahead and type those into the box below, and we'll do our best to address those. So without further delay, I'm going to turn it over to you, Carlos, and just take it away.
Great. Thank you very much. We appreciate the opportunity to be doing this for you guys today, and it is a short period of time that we've got here. So, can you see the slide there, Johanna?
We can. Perfect.
Oops, did I lose you?
We can. We can hear.
Are you there? Okay,
yes.
I don't see you for some reason, but okay. I can't hear anybody, so I'm hoping it's working. USDA Rural Development has been quite busy with the Rural Energy for America program, REAP. It helps rural small communities of New Mexico to help with renewable energy programs and also with energy efficiency programs. As Johanna mentioned, March 31st is the deadline approaching, and it's for all sizes. And the application is available to rural small businesses and agricultural producers. The grants and loans are available for installing renewable energy and energy efficiency improvements. And a new program that came out now this fiscal year is the energy efficiency equipment and systems. It's a guarantee loan only for agricultural producers, and it's to help them with items that wouldn't fall under the normal program. Again, who is eligible for the program? Rural small businesses and agricultural producers. The kinds of assistance available are the renewable energy systems, energy efficiency improvements, and the energy efficient equipment and systems assistance with this. And the funding available, give me a second here. Okay, what funding is available for the program? So in this case, for the renewable energies, we can do solar, wind, small hydroelectric systems, anaerobic digesters, biomass, geothermal. Of course, we don't have oceans here, but I guess if we have a big lake, you can maybe looking at try to tap some of that energy from there. And under the energy efficiencies, retail, warehousing, manufacturing companies can look at applying for the program as well. And then that you can do lighting, heating, cooling, ventilation, fans, automated controls, and insulation. Some of the applications that would be for greenhouses, poultry farms, anything that would help with increasing energy efficiency from old equipment that you may have. One of the items for the program on agricultural producers, you don't have to be in a rural area. So you could be in Corrales, you could be even located somewhere in the metro area of Albuquerque, Las Cruces, Santa Fe. But as long as you have uh, the operations in that, you can qualify as an ag producer. One of the caveats to that, though, is that your total income versus your ag income has to be 50% or less. And so if you have outside income that outweighs the agricultural income, then we have to look at qualifying you under the rural small business portion, which is utilizing the NAICS code from SBA to make that determination. And the determination could either be um, the gross income, or it could be the amount of employees that you have within your organization. Also, if there's affiliates to your organization, we have to encompass all of those to make that determination. Some additional requirements to the program. Um, like I said, the new program is the Energy Efficiency Equipment and Systems Assistance. It was prescribed out of the 2018 Farm Bill, and it provides guarantee loans to agriculture producers to produce and install energy efficiency equipment and systems for production and processing. This is again is only for guarantee loans, and um, this kind of comes into play where if you have, let's say you did an energy efficiency upgrade last year, and therefore you're kind of current, but there's some new product that may be going out to replace that, and so the guarantee loan would be an option that you could look at increasing that current efficiency standards for the business. Like Johanna mentioned earlier, the Energy Audit and Renewable Energy Development Assistance, EA-RETA, primarily the uh, state agencies, some higher education entities, tribal entities can apply for this grant, and it's typically to assist with conducting energy audits to rural small businesses and ag producers, and also on the tribal, if if you have an entity that's an offset that's not governed by if it's governed by its own enterprise, then it's a possibility that they can apply for the program to help with doing these kind of audits on tribal lands. It's a good program. It's up to $100,000 per fiscal year. I believe you have 2 years to complete the program, but it's a very good way to go out to the community, see who needs reassessments of their energy, and then hopefully they would come to us to apply for a solar program or an energy efficiency program. And just in quick general, with the program for REAP, again, my deadlines are usually October 31st for projects that are 80,000 or less. During the springtime, which can be anywhere between March 31st and April 15th, that's going to be for all project sizes. And any projects that are over 200,000 will require a feasibility study for renewable energy. And if it's for energy efficiency, it would require a energy audit over 200,000 in the project costs. We work with a lot of solar projects or programs, providers out here, and so they do a very good job of trying to get some good qualified applications in as well. If you are awarded the grant, once the grant has been issued, you will have 2 years to complete the project. If projects come in under budget, we will deobligate the rest of the monies. If the projects have cost overruns, we can't do more than what has been awarded for the program. So the rest would be out of pocket by the applicant. And so in general, that's kind of where we are as a quick snapshot. You'll see my email address here available to you and the phone number where you can reach me directly. And I would be glad to assist you with anything that I can from there. I believe that's what I've got there, Johanna. I will stop sharing.
Great. Thank you, Carlos. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Carlos, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay, 1 second. Carlos, can you hear me?
Now I can. Yes. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Somehow I muted myself. Thank you so much, Carlos. That was great. And we've got a few people joining us on Facebook and YouTube. Bailey with UNA USA Albuquerque chapter. Hey, Betsy, and Monica with the Green Energy Real Estate and Development out of Albuquerque. So thank you all so much for joining us. Carlos, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions and make sure that folks really, all the information that you shared, it really hones in with folks. So can you remind us again of those dates that are coming up and how they can apply and what they need to do?
Yes, of course. So the upcoming date is going to be March 31st, 2021, and that is at 4:30 Mountain Standard Time. And my applications, typically I send them out via email. So the best way to get them is to email me directly, and then I send them out based on the size of the project. So 80,000 or less is one project size. 80 to 200,000 is the next size of project. It still doesn't require an energy audit or a feasibility study, but does require some assessments. And then the projects of 200,000 plus do require an energy audit or a feasibility, depending on the project.
Okay, great. And you mentioned if folks miss this application period, can you remind us again when the next one will be?
Of course, yes. So October 31st. So if you're a small project of 80,000 or less, you can actually, that application can be received after March 31st, and it'll be accepted for the 10/31 deadline. If it's a project larger than 80,000, it will compete for the following fiscal year 2022, I guess, in that go around. So, and one of the things that helps with this is that when you apply, I will receive your application and I will send you an email letting you know that we received your application, and it allows for the project to move forward even though we haven't awarded. So typically, if you're going to apply for this kind of program, you're going to do the project regardless of getting the grant. It's just a matter of if you get awarded, it's just being able to get paid back on the reimbursement. Since it is a reimbursement only, the project would be reimbursed 30 days after the solar project is up and running, or if it's energy efficiency, it could be within 10 to 15 days. Yeah.
Great. That's good to know. And we've got some more folks chiming in. Glenn Bell. Hey, Glenn, with Drought Adaptation Industries down in Alamogordo, who's a great partner of ours, and Jennifer Reinhardt, Concierge Accounting in Roswell. So we've got folks tuning in from all parts of the state. Something that comes up with us, Carlos, is when we look at projects that are looking to build out sometimes really elaborate plans of expansion or even small plans, the question comes up, how do we pay for this? We get that call a lot. Where's the money? And the interesting thing within economic development or some of these larger projects is being able to work with our partners and look at different sources of funding. And
Yeah.
I love REAP because this covers the renewable energy systems. We've worked with some projects in the southern part of the state, specifically in Truth or Consequences, that they were able to utilize a LEDA grant, Local Economic Development Act, and then they also utilized one of your grants and loans to build out the solar panels. So we were able to work together and find some funding for that project.
Exactly. And so we can do the leverage funding as well with that. And so within our program, we can do the REAP grant. We can do the REAP guarantee loan. That's going to be specifically for energy. And if it's a business expansion, as far as building out a building or something like that, we can utilize the BNI guarantee loan and utilize all those funding mechanisms within USDA on top of whatever the state may have in conjunction with that.
Great. Yeah, and I think oops, there's some feedback. But Troy McGee he pointed out that local SBDCs, small business development centers, can oftentimes help with an application. But that, I think, is just echoing the point that when you have a project, reach out to your local EDO, reach out at the state level. The SBDCs are great resources to be able to bring in these different partners that we can leverage and bring in different funding sources. Hopefully.
Exactly. Yes. SBDCs are a very good way to help with getting feasibility studies done, either for the business side or even maybe on the energy side. I know they're limited on the resources maybe right now because of COVID, but I think they're still working as hard as they can to try to help out people.
Exactly. And then, in addition to SBDCs, there's WEST, WESST, and there's SCORE. And if you don't know who these folks are, feel free to reach out to us at the Economic Development Department, and we'll put you into contact with your regional resources.
Exactly, yes. I think one thing I would like to mention too on the renewable energy solar projects, so the minimum would be 2,500 as a minimum grant request, up to 500,000. And on the energy efficiency, the minimum would be 1,500 requests up to 250,000 for that.
Okay, great, thank you. And Betsy Bailey brought up on Facebook that she's asking if this program is in affiliation with House Bill 10. But I would like to point out that there are some exciting bills being looked at in this legislative session that this parlays with support of renewable energy, sustainable businesses, sustainable practices. So we're really eager to get the word out about this program and hopefully it can assist businesses in this time that they're looking for places to save money and change the way they do business as we move forward. Carlos, one thing I wanted to mention too, and make sure folks are aware of, is because we received a Rita Grant a while back now. This is our second round, but we received one to help get the word out about the program and connect businesses to resources around energy efficiency. In this go around, we are partnering with NMSU in their engineering department, and they are able to go into a business and perform a no-cost energy efficiency assessment. So I wanted to throw that out there to folks. If you are interested in that, I know specifically they were looking to help breweries, but within the month of March. But if you have any interest in that, feel free to contact me and we'll put you into contact with Jalal, who runs that program out of NMSU.
Yeah, definitely that would help out because a lot of rural small businesses and ag producers don't know where to go to get some of that data. So that's good. One thing I should mention under the ag portion is that although hemp is available through the state of New Mexico, through the federal side, we're still working with our AMS agency to help with how it's going to be administered through the federal side. And so at this point, we're not able to fund any of the hemp production, but it'll come soon. I'm soon it will. So.
Great, thank you. And just to share on that point, we do have some partners across the state, specifically credit unions, that are able to do financing of some hemp production and projects. So if you have questions, we can put you into contact with them. And then does anyone out there that's watching, if you have any questions, feel free to put those in the comments box. And we had one question say, is this stream going to be available after? And it will. This will be put up on Facebook and YouTube, so you can access that. And then we'll maybe we can make a way to share Carlos's presentation as well. And then Carlos, someone is asking again for your contact information.
Sure. So it's
yeah, go ahead and I'll type it into the comments box.
Okay, great. Thank you. So my email is carlos.contreras, CONTRERAS @USDA.gov. And my phone number is 505-761-4958. And I do assist with the renewable energy program along with the business and industry guarantee program. And for ag producers that are out there, I can coordinate with our person who coordinates the value-added producer grants. Those type of things can be very helpful as well, along with what we're doing here. So.
Great. All right. I was going to share one thing that since we have a little bit more time left. The state of New Mexico at the Economic Development Department, we received a grant as well through the EDA, Economic Development Administration, through their CARES Recovery Act that they passed in the fall of last year to address issues around COVID impact. And so one of the things that we'll be doing is working with the other state department that focuses on energy efficiencies and clean energy, and that's MNERD, Energy Minerals Natural Resources Department. And so they're actually going to be hiring someone to be the Economic and Energy Diversification Coordinator, and that person will be able to really play point person and liaison between the two departments, economic development and MNERD, and also kind of the starting point that Carlos, you mentioned about where do businesses go when they do want to engage in clean energy projects or look at energy efficiency. So right. We're really excited about bringing this partner on and excited to continue working with you all, Carlos, with your program.
Same here. Thank you.
All right. Well, that was short and sweet. We got the information out, and I think everybody knows that March 31st is when this round at 4:30 Mountain Time, when this current application round ends. The next go around will be in October. And yeah, Cindy's mentioning that she's beginning to look into all this. So she's excited to connect with you. So hopefully you'll get some emails.
No, that would be good. And the best way to do this is going to be by email, because we can look at specifics to your organization, and so sometimes it doesn't fit like right in it. So we have to kind of look at it and make sure that it's going to be eligible for the program. But that's the best way to look at things. So.
All right. Any parting words, Carlos, before we sign off?
No, Johanna, thank you very much for taking the time to do this out of your busy schedule as well. And we appreciate any feedback that's out there, and we look forward to the opportunity to serve you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carlos. And thanks so much for all of you for joining us today. And as mentioned, reach out. Don't even hesitate. Call, email. Email's probably best right now. But we will talk to you soon. Thank you. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.